This video is based on the opinion piece by the editor of Bloomberg. Last year, the US failed to issue 80,000 green cards that should have been given to legal immigrant workers. There is already a backlog of more than 1 million people, most of whom are on H1B and are waiting for employment-based green cards. But what is happening is that the US Congress is not trying to ensure that those leftover green cards that could be given to those employment-based green card aspirants are given. Every year, the US issues 140,000 employment-based green cards, and this number has been frozen since 1990. At the same time, 226,000 green cards are reserved for family-based immigration, in particular family members of US citizens or green card holders. However, in any given year, the ceiling for these family-based green cards is not even reached. It could be for many reasons, and these reasons could include low demand for family-based green cards and processing delays, among others. And when such green cards are not issued, these green cards move over to employment-based category. But such green cards should be awarded by the end of next fiscal year. Now, what happened is that during the pandemic, immigration officers were also very badly impacted. Now, this was in addition to a lot of restrictions that were already imposed by the Trump administration. And these restrictions caused a big drop in family-based green cards processing. And because of this drop, additional 122,000 green cards became available. These newly available green cards could have been transferred to employment-based category aspirants who are waiting for decades to get their green cards. But the USCIS was not even ready to handle such an increase in demand. Even though the Biden administration pushed for it, the USCIS failed to meet the September 30th deadline to issue that many green cards. Now, the concerning issue for many is that unless the US Congress intervenes, these many green cards could be lost forever. Because on the limits on the number of green cards that are issued per country, mostly people from India will have to wait forever to get their green cards. A legislation introduced by two Republicans, Senator Thom Tillis and Representative Mariannette Miller Meeks, would authorize the government to recapture the expired visas and roll them into the next year. The bill has so far failed to gain backing from congressional Democrats who are seeking to include broader immigration reforms in their $3.5 trillion spending package. At least one lawmaker, Democratic Senator Robert Menendez, has suggested that he would oppose issuing more employment-based green cards unless and until Congress takes active steps to protect those 11 million undocumented immigrants already living in the US. Now, although it can be argued that Democrats are right to push a comprehensive immigration reform, but it is also the case that this immediate problem will remain unresolved, and rather this opportunity will not be captured. Democratic leaders could have embraced Tillis' bill to let USCIS retain unused employment-based green cards and issue them next year. The Congress could also have provided additional resources to deal with staff shortages. The current administration, though, has not acted on streamlining an absurdly complex and long approval process. Overall, taking a big picture, this huge backlog can only be cleared when the cap on the number of green cards issued every year is removed. There is no other way. In fact, a broader immigration reform will be needed, but I must admit these are big challenges. An easy first step could have been to issue those additional green cards that the government is already authorized to issue, but to the best of my understanding, there are no proactive steps that the government is taking in that direction. Thank you for watching.